Hello my beautiful friends, my name is Alexandria and welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be sitting down and talking about all the books that I am hopefully going to read in the month of January. This is my January TBR for 2022. So if you like to see that, then just keep on watching. It's been a minute since I've sat down to film a book video in general, but it has been even longer since I filmed a TBR video, and I am really just starting out with a bang. I'm not going to hold myself to any kind of standard or anything because shit happens, and sometimes you can't read the books that you would have hoped to read. But I do like doing TBRs because they do give me some kind of structure, but then I like, kind of moving within the structure wherever I feel like doing so. You know what I'm saying? So I like to have it there, but if I don't stick with the books that I have on my TBR, then it's totally fine. Most of the reason why I wanted to make this TBR video in general is because the majority of these books are actually for book clubs. So the first book that I want to talk about is the book that I'm going to be reading for the buzzwordathon. This is a year-long readathon that is run by Books and Lala here on YouTube, Kayla. I attempted to do this last year, that didn't really work out, but I think I have a better system for this year because I've already picked out the books that I want to read for each prompt or word. Every month there's a different word or prompt for every month. I will try to put a link to it on the screen if I can remember to do so. So for the month of January, it is the 5 W's. So who, what, when, where, why. And you basically pick a book by that title. So this month I decided to go with Where the Drowned Girls Go, and this is by Shauna McGuire. And I read pretty much this whole series, the Wayward Children series, last year. Absolutely love them. I listened to it on audiobook mostly, I think. And it was just wonderful. They were like short little novellas, and I don't normally like novellas, but they were exactly my cup of tea. This is the 7th book in the Wayward Children series, and this actually isn't released yet. The release date is January 4th, 2022. So I'm hoping I'll be able to either pick it up from my library or find it on audiobook somewhere. I feel like Scribd is pretty good with updating their books, like new releases and stuff, and I would like to listen to it on audiobook because it'll just be a little bit quicker for me that way. The Home for Wayward Children is basically for kids who have fallen down the rabbit hole or gone through a wardrobe or been sent to Oz, basically. All of these kids that come back from these adventures, and this school specifically is for the kids that kind of want to process and heal and kind of move on with their lives, I guess. And then this school is supposed to be more focused on the kids that find it a little more difficult to let go of the past and move on. It could be vice versa. I haven't read the series in a minute, and pregnancy brain is real, so yeah, I'm very excited about this. I absolutely loved the series. I will definitely be purchasing it physically because it's just so good. So the next book is one that I'm super excited about. This is for the Enby book club. This is run by Jessie from Bow Ties and Books, and I've kind of flitted in and out of this book club over the past year or so. But I was really excited and could not resist when I heard what the book was going to be for January. It is She Who, I can't remember the title, I literally just looked at it and I can't remember. She Who Became the Sun. I am so excited about this book. I've been so excited about this book for I don't even know how long. I have had it in my holds shelf on Libby. I don't know how many times. I've almost started the audiobook. I don't know how many times. It's one of those books that I'm pretty sure I'm gonna fall in love with, and I almost don't want to start it because I don't want it to be over. Apparently it is a series, but I've heard that it is Mulan meets The Song of Achilles, in Shelley Parker Chan's She Who Became the Sun, a bold, queer, and lyrical reimagining of the rise of the founding emperor of the Ming Dynasty. That's all that I'm going to read about it because I think that's all that is necessary. It sounds so good. I've heard so many good things. I have almost purchased this so many times because it looks so beautiful. But yes, I'm excited to get to this for the enby book club. So the next book is for a book club that I'm super stoked about. I just found out about it recently. It is the Read in Color book club. This book club is started by Jenny from This Story Ain't Over. I'm so excited about this because reading diversely is something that I have been focused on more so in the recent year, and I feel like I've done a pretty good job at it, and I just want to keep the momentum going. And so the book that is chosen for the month of January is 6 Crimson Cranes. I've also had this on my TBR for a minute, and so yes, I'm ready to finally get to it, I think. Shiori, the only princess of Kiara, has a secret. Forbidden magic runs through her veins. Normally she conceals it well, but on the morning of her betrothal ceremony, Shiori loses control. At first her mistake seems like a stroke of luck, forestalling the wedding she never wanted, but it also catches the attention of Raikama, her stepmother. Raikama has dark magic of her own, and she banishes the young princess, turning her brothers into cranes, warning Shiori that she must speak of it to no one. For every word that escapes her lips, one of her brothers will die. I didn't even know what this was about. I just saw the cover of it and thought that it was absolutely beautiful and didn't really pay attention to like what the actual plot was about, but holy shit, that sounds intense. That sounds like it's gonna be a good one, so ready. My body is ready. The next book that I have on my list is for the Climate Fiction Book Club, and this is by a couple of different booktubers that I follow here on this space. I will have the links to all these videos down below and their channels and all that jazz if you would like to check them out as well. But the book for this book club is My Year of Meat. When documentarian Jane Tagaki Little finally lands a job producing a Japanese television show that just happens to be sponsored by an American meat exporting business, she uncovers some unsavory truths about love, fertility, and a dangerous hormone called DES. Soon she will also cross paths with Akiko Ueno, a beleaguered Japanese housewife struggling to escape her overbearing husband. This sounds like something that's kind of weird and maybe talks about some things that wouldn't normally be spoken about. I am vegan, so reading anything about the animal agriculture industry is always interesting to me. And then the last book that I have is for the Hot Girl Book Club, and the book for the month of January is Beasts of a Little Land, an epic story of love, war, and redemption set against the backdrop of Korean independence movement, following the intertwined fates of a young girl sold into a courtesan school and the penniless son of a hunter in 1917, deep in the snowy mountains of occupied Korea. An impoverished local hunter on the brink of starvation saves a young Japanese officer from an attacking tiger. In an instant, their fates are connected, and from this encounter unfolds a saga that spans half a century. That sounds amazing. I love books that kind of last for an extended period of time, if that makes sense. Sounds like the setting is going to be perfect for this time of year, even though we're having an unseasonably warm December. I'm thinking these wintry, cozy books are going to be right up my alley and exactly what I want to be reading. So those are all the books that I'm going to be reading for the book clubs in the month of January. I do have a couple of books that aren't for book clubs that I will go ahead and throw out there. I have Orgasmic Birth. I am starting to read some birth books to get ready for this baby being born. We will see how many I actually get to. I think I'm gonna make a separate video talking about all of the books that I would like to get to. Another book that I have on my radar is to read The Fellowship of the Ring by J.R.R. Tolkien. I read The Hobbit in January of last year, I believe. I think it was like one of the first books that I read last year, and it was just perfect for this time of year. It gave me all of the cozy vibes. I have such a tender place in my heart for The Hobbit. I know the vibes are a little bit different when it comes to the Lord of the Rings trilogy, but it has been something that I have been wanting to tackle for a minute, and I think I'm finally ready. I'm just feeling very like fantasy, wintry vibes right now, and that's kind of what I'm gravitating towards. By the way, these are just books that I have on my radar. I may read other things. We will see. I'll keep you all posted. Hopefully I'll do a couple of reading vlogs this month. But the last book that I have is called Snow. So this is Snow by Orhan Pamuk, a spellbinding tale of disparate yearnings, for love, art, power, and God, set in a remote Turkish town where stirrings of political Islamism threaten to unravel the secular order. I have this on audiobook through my library app, and then I also have it on as a physical book as well, so I may read it in tandem. Also may add in some classic books or some physical books that I've bought recently because I have a lot of them. There will be a very large haul coming very soon, so look out for that. Yes, that is everything. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Let me know any books that you are hoping to read in the month of January, if you have any on your radar. If you've read any of these books that I talked about in this video, let me know down below. I would love to hear your thoughts on them. Let me know any videos you would like to see down below. Subscribe if you have not already. I hope you are doing well. I hope you're staying safe, and I hope you're finding joy in whatever way it is that you can. I love you.